Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Tommy Tutu, and today we're going to talk about my top 10 favorite hiking trails for Southern California for the year 2024. So we did this last year. It was a lot of fun, got a lot of views, so let's do it again this year. So just a couple rules before I begin. The first rule is that I'm not going to include any hiking trails that were on last year's list. If I do, it's going to be the same 10 trails over and over again, so we don't want to do that. We're just going to keep it fresh every year with new trails. If you haven't seen last year's list of top 10 favorite trails, I'll include a link in the comment section below. Second rule is I understand that Southern California probably has hundreds, maybe even thousands of hiking trails, and there's no way to make a comprehensive list of every hiking trail that exists in Southern California. I've done maybe like 50 to 60 different trails. So it's just, if your list isn't if your favorite trail isn't included on this list, don't feel bad. It just means I haven't been there yet, but please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section and let me know if there's a really good trail that I'm missing out on. So with that said, let's begin. And just like last year, I'm going to include an honorable mention, my top 10. So my honorable mention for my top 10 favorite trails, basically number 11, it's going to be the Devil's Chair in Pear Blossom, California. Okay, so I'm cheating a little bit here. I included the Devil's Chair in my top 10 hiking trails. Last year, I put the Devil's Punch Bowl as one of my top 10 trails. This is the Devil's Chair, same parking lot, different trail. It's just such an amazing trail. I have to include it. It's the most difficult trail I've ever finished, but it's also so beautiful. You have just these epic views, and when you get to the end of the trail, there's a large rock with a cage around it, and you make it down the stairs into the cage, and then you just have this incredible view. Here's a 360 view of the end, and it's just such a great reward at the end of the trail. So yeah, this is the Devil's Chair, one of my absolute favorite hikes. Okay, so that was the Devil's Chair in Pear Blossom, California, my honorable mention for my top 10 hiking trails. So let's begin. Hiking trail number 10 on my list, it's going to be the Two Trees Trail in Riverside, California. So the Two Trees Trail in Riverside, California, it's got some pretty epic views up here as well. Usually there's wild donkeys here, but I didn't see any on my trip when I went. But it's just so beautiful. It's green, and during the springtime there's a lot of wildflowers. A lot of uphill, but it's not bad at all. And if you're lucky enough to see it, there's a small little miniature waterfall on the way up to the top too. It's a very good trail, very easy, beautiful. I loved it. So that's Two Trees Trail in Riverside, California. All right, so that was the Two Trees Trail in Riverside, California, making it number 10 on my list. So here we go. Number 9 on my top 10 favorite hiking trails for 2024. It's going to be the Pumpkin Rock Trail in Norco, California. So Pumpkin Rock Trail is located in Norco, California. It's got some pretty epic views up here. There's a lot of uphill, so All Trails has it rated as medium difficulty, which it is, but it's really short, so it's medium easy. You come across these horse statues, which are really cool, and at the end of the trail, you come across this gigantic rock that's painted like a pumpkin. It's a very popular place to go here during Halloween. A lot of people show up here in their costumes, as you can see, and take photos next to the pumpkin rock. And me, I like to paint little miniature pumpkin rocks and give them out as free gifts for the visitors. So yeah, that's Pumpkin Rock in Norco, California. Okay, so that was the Pumpkin Rock Trail in Norco, California, making it in at number 9. So number 8 on my top 10 hiking trails for Southern California for 2024 is going to be the Vulcan Mountain Wilderness Trail in Julian, California. So the Vulcan Mountain Wilderness Trail is located in Julian, California. This trail, it's a lot of uphill and there's a lot of bugs, but with that much uphill, you get some pretty beautiful views. And because it's in Julian, there's a lot of apple orchards. So when you're on top, you get a lot of views of the apple orchard. It's very, very beautiful. This is a very popular trail, and there's a reason why. It's just a lot of uphill, so it might be a little more difficult for some of you, but otherwise, super beautiful views. Loved it. All right, so that was a Vulcan Mountain Wilderness Trail in Julian, California, making it to number 8 on my list. So number 7 on my top 10 favorite hiking trails for Southern California for 2024 is Sandstone Peak near Malibu, California. So I asked an online hiking group, what's the best hiking trail to propose to a girl to? And this was the most popular answer that came up. The Sandstone Peak Trail in Malibu, California. And I can see why. This place has some gorgeous views. Mountains, the ocean, Malibu Beach. It was simply beautiful. The only problem is that it was just uphill almost the entire way, so it's very tiring. The ground was really rocky, but aside from that, going uphill that much, you get incredible views as your reward, and I could see why so many people recommended this spot. Incredibly beautiful. I don't know how else to say it. It's just beautiful the whole time. A little dangerous at the top right here, but otherwise very nice. Okay, so that was Sandstone Peak near Malibu, California. Very great trail. Next, number 6 on my list of top 10 favorite hiking trails for Southern California for 2024 is the San Dieguito River Trail to Bernardo Mountain in Escondido, California. So this is the San Dieguito River Trail in Escondido, California, and I took the trail to Bernardo Mountain. What drew me to this trail was the bridge. I saw the photos of this bridge online, and I thought, I gotta walk across that bridge. That looks super cool, which it was. It was very fun to cross that bridge. This trail was probably the second hardest trail I've ever done. It was not only just like uphill, but just lots and lots and lots of uphill to the point where it was frustrating. But aside from that, it was super beautiful. I mean, look at the fog and the mountains. It was cool weather that morning. The air was just fresh. And when you make it to the end of the trail after climbing for so long, you get rewarded with this nice view right here. Check it out. It's just so beautiful. It was worth it. Very difficult. I don't know if I'll do it again, but beautiful views at the end of this trail. Okay, so that was the San Dieguito River Trail to Bernardo Mountain in Escondido, California. That's a mouthful to say. Okay, so that was number 6. Number 5 is going to be the Mount Rubio Trail in Riverside, California. So this is the trail that I hike the most. It's the Mount Rubio Trail in Riverside, California. This trail is actually very packed no matter what hour of the day you go. Even when I'm here before sunrise, there were still a ton of people. The first parking lot was completely full, so it's a very popular trail, and you can see why. It's just got this incredible views. Here's the sun rising. The trail, it's paved, so you can push your stroller the whole way up. It's kind of an easy, medium difficulty, but you get things like this, like the Peace Tower, which a lot of people like to climb and play on. There's just so much to see here at the Mount Rubio Trail. You can see the crowds below. Just no matter what time of the day, this place is packed. And you know what? I'll be honest, there's a lot of beautiful women hiking this trail too. So you can see why this is the one I go to the most. But actually, the main attraction is the giant cross on top of the mountain. A lot of people come here for religious reasons. A lot of people seeking Jesus on this trail. So that's actually the real reason why I come often. So yeah, it's just a beautiful trail and beautiful views from the top. Lots of Christian people, beautiful women. I mean, what's not to like about this trail? Except for the crowds. But otherwise, yeah, great trail. I'm here quite often. Okay, so that was the Mount Rubio Trail in Riverside, California, coming in at number 5. Number 4, my favorite trails of Southern California for 2024, is the Inspiration Point Trail near Wrightwood, California. The Inspiration Point Trail is located in Wrightwood, California. There's a northern trail and a southern trail. It's both part of the Pacific Crest Trail. I prefer the northern trail. It's much easier than the southern trail. This place is so beautiful, very photogenic too. Almost any spot you stand at and take a photo of, it just comes out beautiful. There's just something about Wrightwood that's just a cut above the rest in beauty. And even here in the summertime, the flowers are still in full bloom right here. It's not even springtime anymore. They're still blooming. So this is just a beautiful trail. And yeah, when you're here, you're going to want to take a lot of photos because, I mean, just look at this place. It's amazing. And yeah, look at the photos. Just every photo you take here just comes out amazing. So that's just a beautiful hiking trail. That's Inspiration Point in Wrightwood, California. Okay, so that was the Inspiration Point Trail near Wrightwood, California. Very beautiful trail, very scenic. So number 3 is going to be the Los Penasquitos River Trail near Poway, California. So the Los Penasquitos River Trail is in Poway, California. This has got some pretty beautiful ponds with fish in them. At first, I wasn't impressed with this trail because it was advertised as a waterfall trail. It's not a real waterfall at the end of the trail, but don't let that take away from the rest of the trail like I did. Look how beautiful this is. There's all these river crossings on bridges, wooden bridges. You get to see, fish in the ponds. There's all kinds of birds. Just so many beautiful sights to see here. The first mile is kind of ugly, but then it just starts getting super beautiful like this. There is a ton of poison oak here, so you got to watch out for that. But then as you get 1 mile away from the end, you're right here out in the open. I felt so lost and free out here. It was just such an amazing feeling. And yeah, at the end here is the waterfall, which it's still pretty cool. It's like a big river, big rocky river. Very crowded though, but yeah, just don't expect a waterfall. That's all I can say. But yeah, super beautiful trail. I felt super free here. Lots of beautiful sights to see. Just watch out for the poison oak. There's tons of it. A little crowded at this watering hole, but otherwise this is an amazing trail and it deserves better than what I originally thought it was. So fantastic trail. Okay, so that was the Los Penasquitos River Trail near Poway, California. Number 2 on my top 10 favorite hiking trails for Southern California for 2024 is going to be the Bighorn Mine Trail in Wrightwood, California. Okay, so I gotta take some time to talk about the Bighorn Mine Trail. Such a beautiful and amazing trail. I mean, it starts off beautiful like this. You're wandering in a forest of cedar trees. Then you're a little out in a more dry area. Lots of cedar and pine trees and the mountains in the background. And you're walking along the side of a mountain. It's just an incredible place. Then you got this wash here you got to cross, which is kind of dangerous, but I mean, dangerous fun for me, so I kind of enjoyed it. Oh man. And then as you're walking through, you just see a mine opening just out of nowhere. I mean, it really just caught me by surprise. I didn't even know it was there. And then you could take a peek inside. This one's barred off, but there's more later on, as you'll see. Just such a cool little sight to see. And then what you're working towards at the end of the trail is an old abandoned gold mine. And we'll take a look at it right here. I'm almost there. So you see it in the background. You make it all the way there. And the views from the gold mine are just incredible. Again, this is Wrightwood. Something about Wrightwood and views. There's views everywhere in Wrightwood. So you'll make it inside the mine. It's still kind of there. It's falling apart. Pretty cool sight to see. It's like you're looking into the past. So yeah, there's a couple families here. A lot of kids enjoy it. It's a pretty fun destination. I love hikes that have a destination at the end, some kind of goal. So then you can also climb up to the top and go inside the gold mine, which I was about to do, but I got stopped by a rattlesnake, so I wasn't able to go inside the mine to go spelunking. But man, this place is just amazing. If you haven't been here, you have to see it. The trail's like a medium difficulty, a lot of uphill, but totally worth it. Super beautiful trail. Okay, so that was the Bighorn Mine Trail in Wrightwood, California. And my number 1 favorite hiking trail for Southern California for the year 2024 is Annie's Canyon Trail in the San Elijo Lagoon near Cardiff by the Sea. Okay, so I have to spend some time talking about Annie's Canyon here in Cardiff by the Sea or Rancho Santa Fe. It's located in the San Elijo Lagoon. So, right off the bat, once you enter this trail, it is beautiful, like a beautiful forest, just green everywhere, left, right, above you. There's also wild grapes growing here too, so just beautiful and green right off the bat. So immediately you're in for a good day once you start this trail. And then once you finish the forest section, then it becomes like a desert. Still some wildflowers here too. Actually, there's a lot of wildflowers coming up. And then when you go through the desert section, the ground becomes like beach sand, as you could see right here. So it's like you're kind of in a desert, but also the beach at the same time. Really cool. And again, lots of wildflowers everywhere, left and right, all around you. Oh man, this lagoon trail is just out of this world. And then when you're halfway through, you have to go through this underpass, which is it's kind of cool. You're kind of like, I don't know, like going through a cave almost. But yeah, it's just a little change of pace, which leads you to the next section, which is the actual lagoon. So once you get out of the cave, then you're by the water in the lagoon, and man, is it beautiful. It is a sight to see. And then I recommend getting closer to the lagoon. There's a main trail that's further away, but you can take these side trails and get closer to it, get a better up close look at it. It's so beautiful. There's ducks and all kinds of just green. And when you turn around right here is just wildflowers everywhere, left and right. You're just going through fields of wildflowers. Just so beautiful. This is just, man, I cannot get enough of this trail. I will definitely be back to this one next year, and I'm going to take friends with me. And if you think this is amazing, it gets even better as I cross through this field of mustard flowers here. Then the main attraction to Annie's Canyon is this, the slot canyons. And look, it's like you're in another world. I mean, where am I? Is this Earth? I mean, this place is unbelievable. The slot canyons at the end. It's fairly easy. They say it's difficult, but it's easy. Unless you're obese or elderly, you could do this with ease. And then at the end, you climb up a ladder to get out of the canyon. So that is my favorite hiking trail of 2024. Okay, so that was Annie's Canyon Trail in the San Elijo Lagoon by Cardiff by the Sea. Again, another trail that's a mouthful to say. So there you have it, folks. Those are my top 10 favorite hiking trails for the year 2024 for Southern California. We're going to do this again next year. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm already starting to plan out my trails for next year. Next year, I got a big surprise for you. In fact, I'll just tell you right now, we're going to do nothing but waterfall hikes next year for 2025. So I'm really excited, really looking forward to that. I can't wait for it to be spring already. So thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. We really want this family-friendly channel to grow. There's a lot of junk out there on YouTube, so we want more quality channels like this to prosper on the YouTube platform. So hit like, subscribe, leave a positive comment, and I'll catch you all later. Thank you, and God bless you.